Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another edition of Top 5 Best PC Hardware Deals of the Week. Some awesome deals this week, actually. Some excellent deals on keyboards, monitors, and we've even got a couple of good GPU deals to go over. And speaking of GPU deals, I did want to mention that if you have a Micro Center near you, you can pick up an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 Founders Edition video card, a refurbished model for just $330. That's a really good deal if you have a Micro Center near you. I know a lot of you guys don't, but if you do, that's something to look out for if you are looking to pick up a GTX 1070. Really good price on that. That's not a part of the official 5, so don't worry about that. Just wanted to mention it for those of you with a Micro Center near you. So moving right along to number 5, got a couple of excellent deals on keyboards. First of all, on Newegg, you can pick up the Cooler Master Devastator 2 LED gaming keyboard and mouse combo for just $25. And on top of that, there's a $15 off mail-in rebate, so you can end up getting this for $10. That's absolutely insane. Obviously, these aren't very high quality keyboard and mouse configurations. However, if you're on a budget and you don't want to spend a ton of money on your keyboard and mouse, this can definitely get you by. These are the type of keyboards and mice I was using for a long time because I didn't want to drop north of $100 on a keyboard. And even after dropping a lot of money on my keyboard, honestly, to me, it doesn't make a world of difference. So if you're on a budget, these keyboards are a great option, and it's a keyboard and mouse. You get both. Even for $25 flat, if you don't take advantage of the mail-in rebate, that's a great deal, and $15 off after the mail-in rebate is absolute insanity. There's another very good deal on a Razer Blackwidow Ultimate 2016 backlit mechanical keyboard that's available on eBay, and this is factory refurbished by Razer. However, it comes in at just $42. That's absolutely ridiculous for a Blackwidow. I foresee this going out of stock very quickly, so if you're interested in a Razer Blackwidow, I would highly recommend to pick this up. This is a very high quality keyboard. This is actually the keyboard I have, and it's very nice, so check that out if you're interested. $42 is pretty ridiculous for that keyboard. Moving on to number 4, we've got a great deal on a monitor. The ASUS VN248H-P Slim 24-inch monitor is $120 on Newegg, and there's a $20 mail-in rebate knocking it down to $100, and there's a $10 off promo code that'll end up with the monitor at $90 after the mail-in rebate and the promo code. That's pretty ridiculous. Once again, if you don't decide to take advantage of the mail-in rebate for $110, this monitor is still a really solid deal at that price. It's 1080p, you've got 2 HDMI ports and a VGA port, and you do have built-in speakers, which I always like to have in a monitor. Even though the built-in speakers are absolute garbage, it's always nice to have that as a backup if your main speakers aren't working, or if you're just waiting for them to come in the mail, or a plethora of other reasons. I just like to have that. And if you do take advantage of the mail-in rebate, $90 for a 24-inch 1080p monitor is pretty ridiculous. I should mention that unfortunately, if you live in Pennsylvania, Newegg is now charging sales tax on your orders, so that kind of sucks. That's why a lot of the times I would recommend buying on Newegg instead of Amazon, but now if you do live in the state of Pennsylvania, you're gonna get charged sales tax, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Moving on, there's another deal available on eBay. Number 3 is the AMD Ryzen 3 1200 4-core 3.1 GHz processor, and that's down to $95, which this CPU's been around $95 for a little bit. If you find it on sale, this is the price you're gonna find it for, but still, that is a ridiculous deal for a high-quality 4-core CPU. What the Ryzen 3 line of CPUs has really enabled for budget-oriented PC building is that you don't have to spend a lot of money for a high-quality quad-core CPU anymore. A CPU like this can get you by, and then you can drop $200, $250 on your GPU, and you can still get away with that. Sure, but that means you're spending a lot more money as well, so I absolutely love the Ryzen 3 line of CPUs. I love the versatility that they've enabled in PC building. I just don't think they get enough credit for that, and at $95, this is an excellent CPU to buy on lower-end builds. Even not lower-end builds, if you're building like a $500, $600 build, something like this works really well. Finally, to round this out, we do have a couple of GPU deals. First, on bhphotovideo.com, you can pick up an EVGA GeForce GTX 1060 superclocked. Unfortunately, it is the 3GB model. The 6GB models do not go on sale too often. This GPU is down to $200, but there's also a $10 off mail-in rebate for $190. This is still more expensive than I'd like it to be. Ideally, I would love to see the 3GB 1060 at like $170. At one point, it was around that price, unfortunately. As is the case with a lot of GPUs, this has gone a little bit up in price. $190 is still fairly good. This is still a great GPU for 1080p gaming. Anything more than that, it will really struggle with. And even at 1080p, it does have a few limitations, but for the most part, it's gonna do really well in all games. Some games you might want to play at high settings instead of ultra to get a solid 60 FPS, but outside of that, you're getting really solid performance for your money. And finally, over on Newegg, they've got an EVGA GeForce GTX 1070 Superclock, the ACX 3.0 cooler. That is down to $410 and $400 flat after a $10 mail-in rebate. This is a really good price on a 1070. You're really not going to be finding 1070s lower than $400 flat, and whenever I see it for $400, I kind of have to recommend it. And this is a very high quality 1070 as well, and even $410 before the mail-in rebate is a very solid price. Usually you're seeing a lot of these 1070s for like $430, $440, and that's not really worth it, especially considering if you do bargain shop, you can find a 1070 Ti for around that price, although that is a little difficult as well right now. But this 1070, really solid price. If you're in the market for a 1070 and you don't have a Micro Center near you, this is probably the best option. So that's gonna wrap up this edition of Top 5 Best PC Hardware Deals of the Week. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, if you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments section down below. Links for all of these will, of course, be in the description box, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.